Good afternoon and welcome back to the Retired Guy's Garage. So, what do we got going on today? What are we working on? That's a really good question. Actually, it's not. I already know what I'm working on today. Just finished up the replacing the wiper motor in the truck. That video should already be dropped by the time you see this. So, but what we're going to do today, as I mentioned in that video, is we need to do some work on the Honda. We got some new headlights to put in. We tried the headlight restoration thing, and you know, it was all right for a little while, but you know, it just makes the whole car look bad, really bad, with those crappy looking headlights in there. So it's time to get them out of there. So we're going to do that. So we've got some new ones that we got off the old Amazon website. Which of course I'm not going to be able to get out of here. Oh, there we go. So a really nice looking unit. So we got both of them. And I want to say they were in the $80-ish range for the pair, $80 or $85, I believe. There were some cheaper options available. I'm going to keep talking even though I'm off camera. I apologize. There were some cheaper options, but had to wait a while to get them, which in the grand scheme of things, I ordered these a week and a half or so ago and just getting to it now, so probably could have went with the cheaper option. So anyway, so we got the new headlights. And we're going to go ahead and also off the old Amazon website, we are going to upgrade the headlights. So got some LED replacement headlights for it. So I'm going to do a quick upgrade. Now, this replacing headlights should literally be a fairly straightforward job. However, on this one, not so much. This is not going to be any fun. From what I've read, the front bumper assembly has to at least be loosened and or removed. So this is not going to be any fun. So without any further ado, let's get started. So for the purposes of you not watching me take out a billion of these little push clips, I've gone ahead and loosened up all of them except for one, and just for demonstration purposes, we'll show you how those pop off. So very simply, just get up underneath them, and I would highly recommend, because they've probably never been out since 2005, that instead of just going in one side, prying the hell out of it, and then breaking them, loosen them on both sides. There's actually a screwdriver, there's actually a slot on both sides of them that you can get in and loosen them up. And then they come, usually if you get the first side loose a little bit, just kind of break the seal, so to speak, and then come out over on the other side, the centers will pop right up. So otherwise you run the risk of breaking them. And you know, this is not something your local auto parts store is going to have. It's either going to be and I don't even know if Amazon's got it, but it's either going to be an Amazon purchase, which you're going to have to wait for, or it's going to be a dealer item, and it's going to be expensive. So hopefully these will pop right off. I've got a go. Just a pair of needle nose pliers, pull them through. And again, be gentle, they're plastic. And like I said, these have probably been in here since 2005, they've probably never been out. So be gentle. Probably not the best place to set those, because if they roll off, they'll never be seen again into the black hole. And I have flying bugs coming at me, which is always good. All right, so that's got all of those out. Now there's two up here, and I am not exactly sure how to get these out. So let's see what we got. Well, apparently that would not be the way to take those out. So that one's no longer. And that looks like just a little Christmas tree clip. And there's really no way to, unfortunately, no way to get a trim tool in here to get these out. And I assume that the same thing is going to happen to this one. That one did come out. Alright, so I'm going to have to find one to replace that one that I broke. Or what I meant to say was I'm going to have to replace the one that was already broken. We'll go with that. Alright, and very carefully lift the grill assembly out. And then we are going to have to figure out what we need to take off. So it looks like there's, no, okay, so that's not a no, so that's a no. Let's see what we got. Looks like there's maybe some clips that go in from underneath. I'll set this aside for the time being. Those actually hold the grill in. Does not seem to want to come out of there. Alright, let me heave haul on this thing a little bit. Not really. Let me get to the correct way to remove these. And you're probably not going to be able to see it, but we'll get you in a little closer here. Appears that the top of the bumper is held in by this clip right here, and I'm not quite sure how to get it out from there. So let me work on that for a second, and I'll be right back. So what I ended up doing was just kind of prying the clips up a little bit. I'll take a hammer before I put it back together and tap those down just a bit so that they snap back in properly. There's going to be 2 screws on the inside fender. They're going to be Phillips heads, so I'm going to grab a Phillips head screwdriver, take those 2 out, and that should hopefully, I believe, start to bring this bumper out to where we can get to the bolts. Fingers crossed. So as I suspected, it was just easier to pop the bumper off. I wasn't really having much luck moving the bumper out of the way and down a little bit to be able to get to the headlights. So there's just 6 more of these that go across the bottom and that tie the bumper to the car. And there's 2 on that side for some strange reason, and only 1 on that side. 10mm bolts that hold the bottom of that bumper in, and you'll be able to do and then there's clips. I know it feels like it doesn't want to come off because it feels like it's stuck, but it's really not. There's clips or something that I think go right in here on both sides that hold it. So got to kind of give it the to get that one, to get those 2 popped loose. So the next thing is let's pop the headlights out, and I'm going to look and see what tools I need for that. It's like there's 1 bolt right there. So also 10mm, looks like. Okay. let's see what that did. Yeah, that did absolutely nothing. Alright, so that's not going to work. Alright, let me get a ratchet real quick. Looks like there's another bolt here on both sides that holds the lower bracket to the core support. So got 2 bolts right here. That will hopefully loosen this a little bit. And then there's a bolt over here on the side. Now be careful, there's 2 bolts that are really close to each other. One holds the fender, I'll take that one out, and then the other one holds in the headlight, hopefully. Alright, with any amount of luck, this is going to pop right out of here. Gotta be missing something. Let me dig into this and find out what I'm missing. Was indeed missing one. There's one right there. And had I thought about that for a second, I would have looked at the new headlight a few minutes ago to see where I was missing. What bolt I was missing. But that is it right there. And hopefully now this will pop out. There we go. And it did. Alright, we don't care about these bulbs because we're not reusing them. There we go. There was just a little clip that holds the wiring harness to the headlight that was holding it up. So as you can see, I don't know if any of y'all could ever tell in the several times I've worked on this car on the channel that it was definitely in an accident, which, hey, that happens. So had some light damage on this side. I think this fender and headlight were replaced, maybe the bumper cover, not sure. But clearly some salvage parts were used. So, but that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, so we got to get this this metal bracket switched over to the new headlight, and we'll get the new headlight bulbs in the new headlight and get it put in. So we're going to go ahead and install the upgraded LED headlights while we're here. Of course, this can be done without doing all this naturally, but we're already in here, and I was not going to put old bulbs back in. Brand new headlights, only to have to get back in here, you know, 2 days down the road and replace the bulbs. So these are FRANXI lighting. So we'll see how they do. I will let you know in an upcoming video how I like them. So the 9005 is goes into the center, so that's going to be your high beam. And the 9006 is going to be your lower beam. I am going to go see if I have any 1157 any bulbs, because I'm going to go ahead and replace this bulb as the marker light and turn signal bulb as well while I'm in here, because again, I don't have to come back in here a week later, you know, a week from now, and have to try and dig that out of there and replace it. So as it turns out, I didn't have any 1157 NAs, so just going to have to hope that that one doesn't burn out in a day or so. All right, so they got some protective covers over the headlight holes, as well as the marker light and turn signal hole. All right, line up your pins. helps if you're trying to put the right bulb back in the right hole. There we go. See, that one fits much better. See, that's what's better known as idiot proofing them, so that dumbasses like me don't try to put the hiding in the logo. And that is that. Put the clip back in, your wiring harness clip. And you have to kind of slide this under. So what I like to do, totally not necessary, but what I like to do is I'll leave the headlight, I'll leave that protective film on the headlight while I'm working on it, just so that I don't scratch it. Because, you know, I like to get my big old mitts in here and, you know, start heave-hoeing stuff, and, you know, we don't want that to happen. One thing you do want to remember to do, though, is to get the protective film out from behind what you're working on so that it won't get stuck like I just did. That one's never going to be sane. That'll just fall into the black hole of this. Never to be seen again. All right, we are mostly in, so I am going to go ahead and remove the plastic covering. And as you can see, you know, that just makes a huge difference in the way the car looks. So, all right, let me get this tightened up. We'll turn the headlights on, make sure those new bulbs are working, because it wouldn't be the first time I've had bulbs right out of the box that didn't work. So, let me get this buttoned up, try to find that bulb that fell into the abyss, and I'll be right back. Got them in. They look absolutely amazing. I still have not found that bulb that fell into the abyss yet, that bolt that's fell into the abyss yet, but I promise I will. And for the sake of comparison, that's what we took out. And that headlight has been replaced once before. So that will kind of give you an idea of what a difference that made. And really, for, I mean, like I said, I think these, I think this headlight's about $85 from the old Amazon website. So, I mean, that's money well spent right there. And for comparison's sake, to this side, I'll try not to get you all dizzy. I mean, look at the difference in the clarity of the headlight and the brightness. I mean, it's just unbelievable what a difference that made. what a nice upgrade. I really like it. Glad I did it. Now this job may not be for everybody, so I understand that, but you know, with a 10mm socket, a screwdriver, and a pair of pliers, I did this job. So, but anyway, other side's just going to be basically lather, rinse, repeat. So I'm not going to show all that. But let me get this other new headlight in and new bulbs, and get this buttoned up, and we'll come back and finish up this video. Stick around. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this video. I mean, just what an upgrade! Unbelievable. Just gave the car a whole new look. I think it looks great, and of course the upgraded headlights will help out at night with those nice clear LED bulbs we put in there. Of course, I'll drop links to everything down below. If you've got a 2005 Honda, I forget what years they go to, like 02 to 07 or something. I can't remember anyway. But so not the easiest job in the world. I have read on the out there in cyberspace that you don't have to take the front bumper completely off, but I just thought for demonstration's sake, it was easy for me to just take the whole bumper off, and I didn't have to fight with it. So it was a matter of taking off 6 extra clips and 3 extra bolts, and the bumper was off. And so yeah, but what a huge upgrade. I'll drop a link to all the parts I use below, the lights, and you know, the new LED headlight bulbs and the new headlight assemblies themselves, if you have a car like this and you want to change them out. So like I said, not the easiest job in the world, but certainly doable by yourself with I mean, really minimum of tools. Gosh, what did I use? A 10mm socket, a pair of pliers, needle nose pliers, and a flathead screwdriver. Geez, I think that's all I used. So yeah, minimum of tools, just you know, an hour and a half or so of your time, and I think you could have the front end of your Honda looking just like this one. So it looks really nice, and I'm really thrilled with the results. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video. As always, I sure do appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much. It means more to me than we'll ever know that y'all tune in and watch these videos. So make sure you stick around and look for the follow-up video to this one, where we're going to replace the air conditioning compressor, because it's getting too hot for this old guy to be driving around with no air conditioning in the summertime. So that'll be the next project. And this, going to go ahead and put an air conditioning compressor on it and recharge the system. I believe the clutch has failed on this one. I'm not sure though. But look for that one coming up soon. And of course, got to get on that golf cart because I've got till the 3rd week of May to get that golf cart done. So I'm really on a tight timeline on that. So especially since it doesn't run yet. It's good. No, it's not. Anyway, as always, make sure you check out all my other videos. Hit that like and subscribe buttons if you would. And you know, if there's something you would have done differently, by all means, leave a comment down below. I respond to them as I can. And now that I'm mostly retired, I should have some more time to be able to do that. So make sure you check out my other social media pages. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and right here X, Twitter, and right here on YouTube. So check them all out. Not real active on the other ones, mostly this one, but until the next time, y'all please be safe. Take care. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.